Sip of tea before I start. Cheers. Welcome back to Mighty Mindset, where I show my journey to self-improvement. Today we'll be discussing purpose and why I think it's important that everybody has a type of purpose. Me, myself, I'm still struggling to find my purpose in life, and I think it's something that everybody needs in order to live a fulfillment life. They need a kind of like a direction. So if you're one of those who are uncertain about their purpose, don't worry, you're not alone. You're in the right place. We will explore the idea of living life with purpose, even if you don't have a direction of where you're going. So join me on this video while we get inspired, talk about self-improvement, finding one's true calling. So if you're like me, you eventually come to find out if you don't live with purpose, you just live in life day by day, right? I go to work, pay my mortgage, pay my bills, and every day just seems a repeated cycle over and over. Sometimes play video games, sometimes just hang out with friends. But it wasn't until I started to figure out, like, what is my purpose? I started asking tough questions like, why am I put on this earth? What are we doing here? What I came to realize that life is a journey, and then finding my purpose was part of that journey. So I'm not going to drag this out. I'm going to get straight to the point. The purpose of this video is to tell you an easy way to find your purpose, which is the self-improvement path. So let's say you're not, I'm not, I'll give you my example. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. Like, what is my purpose, right? It could be, for some people, play sports, maybe do some art, maybe be a pastor at a church, or a leader of the local school, communities, whatever it is. So what I found is that if you improve on yourself, if you start to, let's say, the hard things, right? Like I talk about, getting fit, eating healthy, waking up early, giving yourself affirmations, telling yourself, you're a badass, being grateful, being nice to others, being a better person on this path to self-improvement. That's where you'll find your purpose. So what I'm trying to say is that it is a struggle, becoming the best version of yourself. But along that journey, for me example, I'm starting to figure out, my purpose here. There is, the world's messed up. People need help, your loved ones, close friends. And one way to help is to make yourself the best version of you can, is physically, mentally. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be able to kind of be a beacon, right? Be like the motivational figure that somebody might need in their life, especially if you are on a path to self-improvement. Of course, it's not easy. You have to write down some goals, becoming a badass, being the best version of you can, whatever goals you have, and work on these, every day, and embracing the process, staying motivated while you try to achieve these goals, and then the process figuring out what you like. And this could be hobbies, interests. You figure out what you're really passionate about. For example, I like to travel. I like to explore. Let's say the outdoors. I like to go to, I'm here in California. I like giant trees, the Yosemite parks. And I want to be able to hike on these waterfalls, and look at nature. And one of the difficulties that I had, I'm not no more, and I'm actually something I'm working towards, is to be fit enough to do some of these hikes, especially the difficult ones, to be able to breathe correctly, to be able to have enough energy to enjoy the view, nature, the sun, the trees, and not be tired, not run out of breath, to have like an open mindset and take everything in. So what I do now to get ready for that is I work out every day. I walk about 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. I do a morning workout, nothing crazy. It's like 30 minutes, and it involves, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, very basic stuff that I do here at home that I don't need to have a gym for. But this sets me up. This is part of my goal to get physically fit, so I'm able to enjoy some of these hobbies and some of these passions. Now, is the journey easy to self-improvement? Of course not. I've had failures. I had setbacks. I fell off the wagon many times. Some of the stuff that I talk about on other videos, but it's the process. It's the journey that makes me value these lessons of failure, and I build upon that. And by building upon that, I've learned a lot of things about myself. Like for once, is to have an open mind, right? The older I get, the more I think like, oh, you know what, I know it all. You know, you have that attitude, which is kind of normal. A lot of people kind of shut themselves off. It's ego that gets in the way. But during this journey, there's this process of self improvement. What I've learned is that to keep an open mind. It's helped me take in other people's perspective, other people's story on their self improvement, if it's physically, mentally, and kind of let me embrace that and take those lessons and kind of do it myself. Like, hey, I want to start this journey and become the best version of myself. And in the process, what I'm starting to figure out is I'm starting to find my purpose in life, which I believe can change. It can change, in 6 months from now, in a year, or even further. But right now, well, what it is to be the best version of myself and to share that with stories, to share that with people, because let's face it, man, the world's messed up. I just want to do good. I think a lot of people are going through things, and they just a lot of them just keep them to themselves, knowing that deep down inside, there's more to life. There's more than just work. Of course, there's a work-life balance. Don't get me wrong, but there's also something much deeper. And you can sense it on somebody. Things that I think about, like many years from now, when I'm ready to leave this world, and on my deathbed, and am I gonna wish, right? I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. It's like, no, I want to do those things and be the best version of myself, and work on finding my purpose. So right now, it's being the best version I can be. So when it comes down to it, basically it's finding your purpose. It's not maybe for some of you, but for me, it's not something I'm gonna get immediate. I understand it's a journey. It's a long process, and I'm starting to enjoy the journey, right? Enjoy the journey of struggle, of improvement, of waking up early, of doing the things I don't want to do. Going to the gym, taking cold showers, doing sauna, doing training, learning something new, getting out of my comfort zone, once or twice a day, putting myself out there, helping others, showing love, compassion, not having, nothing wrong with an ego, but being humble, being humbled also. Things that I've learned, and I wouldn't have if I wouldn't have gotten on this path, eventually on the path to true purpose. So that's all. I just wanted to make a quick video for somebody out there who might be kind of lost a little bit, who might think like, maybe have some of the same questions that I had, like what is life, what is life living for, what is the purpose, do I have a purpose? And then, like I said, you'll find it, and I think the best way to do it is to be the best version of yourself. And how do you become the best version of yourself? Honestly, is doing the things that suck, right? Eating clean, right? Fresh foods. Stop eating sugar, processed foods, junk. Moving your body. If it's just walking like I do, walking 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day, getting your heart pumping, doing a few push-ups, maybe some squats, just moving around, getting up early, right? Nobody wants to get up early. Everybody wants to kind of sleep in, but getting up a little bit early, and then do something that gets you out of your comfort zone, something that pushes your limit. Something quick you can do. it's gonna suck, right? It's to try to take that cold shower. Start off with a little bit, and then something high, but it's something that puts you out of your comfort zone, something you haven't done before. You're gonna feel really good afterwards. You're gonna feel like you accomplished something, just like when you feel great when you get done with a gym workout, or with a run, or even with the hike, right? And then eventually you'll put yourself on this path to finding purpose in life. If this hits you in any way, I'm glad, right? Hit a like on this video, so I would know to continue and make this video, and hopefully create a community of like-minded people who are who are getting older, starting to reflect their life, and then they're looking ahead, and it's like, well, what's it all for? One of my biggest fears is living with regret, and I want to be able to live a life filled with fulfillment. Okay, so that's all.